Terence Crawford held nothing back in a scathing verbal jab aimed directly at Floyd Mayweather. This came right after explosive news surfaced that the federal government had seized an alleged $250 million in cash from Mayweather's mansion in Las Vegas. Crawford's reaction? Brutal honesty. "I just really don't like that dude," Crawford said during a recent interview. "Why though? 'Cause I just don't like him. I really don't like him." That bluntness wasn't just about personal beef. It was a deep critique of Mayweather's persona, the flash, the arrogance, the perceived detachment from reality. Crawford elaborated, "He's just one of those little arrogant dudes that uses what he's got to shield himself. All that money, all that attention, it's a wall." It was more than just words. Crawford's criticism came with timing. Right as Mayweather faced scrutiny over massive IRS debts, allegations of unpaid wages, and now the federal seizure of millions in alleged liquid assets, the undefeated Nebraska-born champion took aim not just at Floyd's finances, but at what he symbolizes. Mayweather has never shied away from flaunting his wealth. From showing off his garage full of million-dollar sports cars to casually tossing stacks of cash on social media, Mayweather built a brand around financial dominance. In an infamous interview, Mayweather once boasted, "When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. And if I had 10 more days, I bring 10 more watches." That might sound impressive until you pair it with real issues, like owing over $22 million in unpaid taxes to the IRS, being denied a payment installment plan, and having his property scrutinized despite his claims of owning 100-plus buildings. Critics argue Mayweather has built a house of cards. While he projects a billionaire image, the IRS and business partners tell a different story. Even YouTube star and part-time boxer Logan Paul alleges Mayweather still owes him $5 million from their 2021 bout. "He hasn't paid me. Not a dollar. He still owes me money," Paul said, threatening legal action if restitution doesn't come soon. Crawford, now widely recognized as one of boxing's pound-for-pound best, wasn't content with merely calling out Mayweather's attitude. When asked who would have won in a fantasy matchup between them both at their primes, Crawford didn't hesitate. "Me. Come on now. Me versus anybody. I'm always gonna say me." It's the kind of confidence Mayweather used to wield. But now, it feels like the baton is passing. While Floyd is busy defending his reputation, Crawford is ascending, actively taking on challenges, eyeing fights up in weight, and earning respect from fans and analysts alike. And Crawford didn't stop at trash talk. He challenged Mayweather's entire ethos, suggesting that real greatness isn't just about protecting a 50-0 record. It's about taking risks and showing integrity both in and out of the ring. He wouldn't act like that in certain situations if he didn't have the spotlight and the bodyguards, Crawford added. "That's not strength. That's a front." Floyd, ever the strategist, didn't respond with fire. Instead, he took the high road, or at least the polished PR version of it. "I don't argue with people online anymore. That was the old me," he said in a separate interview. "Now I focus on real estate, on my family, on my legacy." Legacy, an ironic word, considering Mayweather has openly said he values money over legacy. "Belts collect dust. I collect checks," Mayweather once famously declared. It's a philosophy that has alienated many. Once admired for his mastery in the ring, Floyd's off-the-ring antics and allegations, including legal issues, crypto scams, and allegations of unpaid gym employees, have tainted his legacy for some. Despite claiming to own hundreds of millions in cash and properties, Mayweather continues to attract scrutiny over his actual wealth. Multiple sources, including the SEC, have investigated him for promoting questionable cryptocurrencies and NFT schemes without proper disclosure. "It's crazy to me," one financial analyst noted. He says he's got hundreds of millions in the bank, but then is caught promoting rug pull crypto projects. Why would someone that rich do that? This contradiction, between what Mayweather says and what legal records show, has led many to ask whether the empire is real or just smoke and mirrors. As Mayweather's empire faces federal scrutiny and public doubt, Terence Crawford represents something newer, more grounded. While he lacks Floyd's social media flash, he's building a different legacy, one rooted in respect, skill, and authenticity. While he's not shy about confidence, Crawford also carries a sense of responsibility and a quiet intensity that resonates with real fight fans. He's not in the headlines for lawsuits or unpaid debts. He's in them for fighting the best and beating them. "I don't like nothing about him," Crawford said. "Just being real." Maybe it's time for boxing to do the same. Strip away the flash, the illusion, and start rewarding fighters not just for their undefeated records, but for the character they carry outside the ring. In this clash of ideologies, Crawford might not have thrown a punch, but in the court of public opinion, he may have landed a knockout.